welcome back to The Overwhelmed Woman. I'm Emma, and if you've got drawers and cupboards and loft space bursting with what I call physical memories, or your photographs, letters, your children's artwork, random things that you've kept over the years, then this video might be for you, because like it or not, that's the kind of stuff that can actually become clutter, and it can end up being shoved into lots and lots of storage space and actually not seeing the light of day. And it can actually be a bit overwhelming, not least for the people that, God forbid, may have to sort all those memories out should anything happen to you. And I know that sounds a little bit morbid, but that is the reality of all that stuff you're keeping. And it gave me a bit of a reality check, because I actually work as a funeral celebrant and a wedding celebrant, and I'm reminded of the burden that families are left with a lot. And I thought, goodness me, I've got all these boxes and things, and I've got bin bags literally full of photographs, and I would like to, it actually prompted me to revisit all of that stuff and think, why am I keeping that champagne cork from 2001? Do I really need that concert ticket from years and years ago? And it was a real cathartic process. So I was amazed how much stuff that I managed to get rid of as well, without a heavy heart, and actually be left feeling so much better and lighter physically and metaphorically and emotionally, actually. So the first thing I did was went through all my photographs, and I got rid of all the duplicates, the blurred photos, the photos where I didn't even know people. And there is only so many photographs you need to take of the same mountain range or the same flower or the same family gathering. And I managed to chronologically put all my photographs into 5 of these albums from Hobbycraft. So right from when my mum and dad were little, and photographs of my nans and granddads growing up. So this is, the album from the 1980s with some very fabulous perms going on in there, which I might be able to put a photograph up for you. Yeah, I did rock a perm. Oh dear. I also kept this box of tape recordings from the very, very often drunken messages that my husband left me when he was walking home after a night out on the town in the year before we actually moved in together, with some very funny stories on there, as well as lots of lovely declarations of love. I kept these little angels that every time he used to get rushed into hospital and they had to defib him with his heart stuff, I used to pin these to his pillow, and it was my way of saying, look, if heaven is real and angels are with us, can you be with him now? And actually, they don't make me feel sad when I look at these. They actually bring me a little bit of comfort. I also kept the Bible that my nanny embroidered for my mum when she was a little girl. And I kept this record that I can't actually play, but for some reason I can't part with it. And it was a French singer, France Gall, and that song formed the backdrop of the French exchanges I went on with the school when I was 14 and 15. And with it holds some of my happiest ever memories of my early teenage years. And then the big stuff, the real big stuff that was taking up basically all the loft space, I've talked about this before, but I actually took photographs of the physical stuff and was able to let it go without a heavy heart, but revisit it in these books. So my ballet shoes, my daughter's playthings, toys when she was a little girl, and that's a really lovely thing to do. And the other thing where you get, kind of precious jewellery and mementos and things is, this ring's a perfect example, because I got left various bits of jewellery from my nannies, and it was none of the kind of jewellery I was ever going to wear, and I had it all melted together to make this ring. So now when I wear it, it's a reflection of me, but it also reminds me of 2 of the women that I love most in the world who are no longer with me. So I feel very connected to them when I wear this. And I just made sure that the little random bits I did keep, there was little notes as to why. So this was my great nanny's necklace. Annie saw, she wore it every Christmas and she absolutely loved it. So there's a little note in the little bits and pieces that I kept as to why I kept them and the significance. And I have to say, I haven't been sad about any of the things that I got rid of. All those years of lugging boxes around and trying to shoehorn them into my very small home, and now it's all condensed into 5 photo albums and 1 box of bits and pieces. So it's a really cathartic and lovely thing to do. It isn't, it is emotional, but you will feel so much better once you've done it. And I was surprised how much some of the stuff connected me to things that made me sad. And I was glad actually to finally let go of a lot of that stuff. So anyway, if you are overwhelmed, you're not alone. We're all overwhelmed together, doing the best we can. We all deserve to lead a clutter-free life physically and emotionally. And as always, until next time, massive love to you. And now I'm going to go and get